Shame on all of you. Go die, go kill yourself. I was mad. It's a serious matter. Hey! Justice! Hello, this is your girl TTK. My name is Kemi Jinodo. I'm back again with another video. This video is going to be about the London protest. I am going to be talking about the London protest. I came in not too long ago from the London protest. First, I must appreciate the organizers of the EndSARS protest in London. It was a successful one. It went well. I like the spirit. I must commend the organizers. I like the spirit of our fellow Nigerians. I do like the spirit, and I really appreciate the coming out today, the 25th of October 2020. It was good, even though we're yet to achieve what we're protesting for, but it's worth recognizing, and that is exactly what I'm doing now. So I'm going to be talking about this protest. Okay, stay tuned. Well, I don't know. I think I might have some explaining to do. Some of you have not heard from me since the massacre on the 28th of October 2020 in Nigeria. Yes, that was deliberate because the tragedy makes me weak. Like I said in most of my posts online, it left me speechless. That was just my way of controlling myself, calming down and reflecting. So I did not come out to do any video, even though on that day I did a video prior to the massacre. I didn't know that was going to happen, but after I saw all those videos and images online, it left me kind of broken, sad, unhappy, speechless. I couldn't talk. I just couldn't continue with what I intended to do at that point in time. And this is not me trying to make myself look a certain way. It is what it is. You understand? That was the way I felt. That was the way I felt, because those who died or who were killed could be anybody's daughter, anybody's son, brother, sister. You understand? I'm trying to get the image out of my head, because sometimes some of these images are not even healthy for our mental and health being, because sometimes I do have flashback, and that is the honest truth, and it makes me angry the more. Apart from being furious, angry, you know, frustrated, you know, like you get frustrated when you feel helpless. You want to do something, but it's like you're restricted. You can't really do anything right now. It also triggered something in me, and I think that was why I stepped out to protest today. That is why, definitely why. If I'm not gonna miss that protest for anything. Should I okay, where should I start? The good or the bad? Even though it's more good news, but where should I start? Okay, first, like I said earlier, I like the spirit. I like people's spirit. I like the people. I like our fellow Nigerian spirits at the protest. They were all there, full of energy, full of positive vibes. I love that. I love that. And most of the points, when we have like individual people coming up to talk and talk about stuff, most of the points they highlighted at the protest were vital, crucial, very important, and very, very helpful. And I like the fact that they emphasize this particular point, that the Nigerian government are using us against each other, and that is tribe against tribe. Igbo fighting the Yorubas, Hausa fighting the Yorubas, just fighting to take the attention away from them. And these are things I reflected on. I see that coming. I like the fact that somebody else recognized that at the protest, and that person did mention it, and it's very, very important for other people to see. There needs to be awareness. If not, propaganda will destroy us. It will destroy us. I like that about the protest. That was very, very good. Okay, there was a man standing quite close to me.
Now! Justice! Now!
Cut your dream short. Limited your capacity. Reduced your projection.
And it almost ruined my positive vibes, my positive energy at the protest. When the speaker was speaking, and speaking against our Nigerian government, speaking against the Nigerian President Buhari, he kept saying, shame on you, go kill yourself. That was what the speaker was saying. This strange man standing not so far away from me kept saying, shame on all of you, pointing at us, shame on all of you, go die, go kill yourself. I was mad. That how can you downplay what just happened in Nigeria? Didn't you listen to the news? He has an accent. He sounded like an Eastern European guy. I'm not sure, but from the accent, that is what I think he is. And I couldn't help myself. I started speaking Yoruba in my language.
Shame on yourself! Shame on you!
It's a serious matter. But the good thing is, the police quickly cut him away. The police just went straight for him. I said thank you to them. They could see I was getting hungry. I was speaking out loud. People were looking at me. At that point, I didn't care. Thank you. Because I was passionate about what happened. And I don't feel this is the time for you to come and take a joke out of it, downplay it, or be rude. If you're drunk, go and sleep somewhere. Go home and sleep. I don't know what his problem was. This was one of the bad experiences I encountered. But I'm glad the Metropolitan Police chased him away. They took him away quickly, immediately, before it gets out of control. And they did it quite silently, without distracting. You have to be around my area to notice what is going on. And I think because my voice was loud enough. And I intentionally did not record him because a part of me felt he's drunk. That is not in his senses. But then again, this is a sensitive demonstration. People died. I just feel he should go home and sleep. I think he's drunk. Seriously. I must commend our Metropolitan Police. We have to. They did a fabulous job. A fantastic job. The crowd grew into a massive crowd and they controlled it nicely, professionally, without anybody killing anybody, without any bullets going astray. And there was a lot of drinks and food and free drinks for protesters. There were. And again, I must commend and say thank you to those who provided and supplied protesters food and drink. There was food and drink in surplus. I like the spirit. I like the support. This is what I am talking about. Unity, in oneness. Unity, we work together. We should work together for the good of Africa, for the good of Nigeria. I like that. There were lots of drink, even though it was almost finished before I discovered that corner. And the speaker kept announcing, if you're hungry, you want something to drink, go to that corner. So that was good because there's so many of our youths there that were pretty hungry. A lot of people were eating. And it's not like they came there to eat, but stuff happened. But I like the fact that it's necessary. It's just part of human life. You understand? Food is quite important. And for people to take their initiative to do that, I must commend them. I will insert a clip somewhere. Okay? There's actually food. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm fine. My daughter wants. Thank you. There are actually people that provided food to support the EndSARS protest, and they're here. They're all here behind me. jollof rice, there's dodo, plantain, there's chicken, there's jollof rice, there's pretzels. What's this? I need my glasses. Thank you very much. Thanks for your support. Very nice. So, what actually happened is there was another group of Nigerian protesters around the Trafalgar Square area. I did not actually know. I'm not sure I was in the right group, to be honest. The person that invited me and notified me just said we should all meet at Trafalgar Square. And so both groups were meeting within the Trafalgar Square vicinity. The police had to, at one point, the other group, the ones in Trafalgar Square, decided to walk towards the Piccadilly area. That was where the second group was, so that we can all meet together. But the police stopped us. The Nigerian one was supposed to be. Now we've got another Nigerian group from Trafalgar Square. They've joined the group. We've got two groups protesting right now. We've got one group down the Piccadilly area, and then Trafalgar area, and then we've got another one. So we just met halfway, but the police are not allowing us to join the other group. But they're two different groups, and they're all both Nigerian groups. They're protesting for EndSARS, yes. Sorry, I'm a blogger. That's why. Okay. The whole road was occupied with so much Nigerians. It just reminds me of Carnival back in the days. However, I don't know, the Notting Hill Carnival. I've not been to Carnival in years, but it reminds me, it takes me back to those days. You understand? So the police quickly stopped us from merging. And I had to ask questions like, okay, why can't we're one Nigeria and we're protesting for the same goal. We're protesting for the same thing. We're protesting for the same EndSARS. You know, we want a better Nigeria, a new Nigeria. Why can't we merge with them? He said we both have different restrictions. I'm not even sure I'm with the right group, to be honest, because I don't know if I'm with the, but since they're Nigerian, I don't care.
We're trying to make sure you don't integrate because they've got different restrictions.
Where with that group?
Yeah, I'm just saying because they got, you guys got restrictions for this project. They got restrictions for that project.
Oh, okay. But we're one Nigerian though. I don't care whichever group. But I like the fact that we wanted to merge. But then I get it. It said we have different restrictions. I guess you get permission before you can carry out the protest. And they give you restrictions. So the police said we have different restrictions. We can't merge with them. So what some Nigerians decided to do was, because they kind of put a blockade. They put a blockade in a way they spread themselves. The police, the Metropolitan Police occupied the road, so we couldn't go past. The Nigerian one was supposed to be. And what most Nigerians did, including myself, was we had to like see if we can walk around the other road to join them, to join the other group, so that we are one. You understand? Because they came to us with so much positive vibes, and the atmosphere was fun. They were beating, you know, those drums, singing, singing, and we just felt, okay, maybe we should just do the same thing. Because what will happen if we're just doing something different from the other group is that we will be talking against each other. Do you understand? There will be a kind of echo, because these people are singing one song, even though it's all for solidarity, it's all for togetherness, unity, peaceful Nigeria. They too are singing, they have a drum. We're going to be echoing against each other, and we're so close. So we thought it was a good idea for us to merge together. So since the police said no, we now went round, even though many people were angry. Some people were angry, like, why can't we merge with them? We're one Nigeria. Why can't we merge with them? But I get it. I get what the police were trying to do, because things might get out of control and they might not be able to control the crowd. I think that was what they're trying to do. Even though I feel like we're supposed to merge with them and I wanted to. So some people had successfully walked around the building and merged. Some people from my group, you know, the group I was, successfully merged with that group. Very large. Large. You could actually stand and see a whole sea of faces, sea of heads, you know. It was very, very large. That stretched across the road. The buses couldn't pass. The police had to start diverting the buses and the cars, you know. So I tried to. Some people already joined them, so the crowd became larger. I think we were quite slow. By the time we tried to join them, the police were like, no, 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 no. That we should stand where we are and protest there. Even though we sang, fire, hey, they go kill us, fire, hey, they go kill us, fire. How many people Sassy go kill? How many people Sassy go kill? Oh, how many people Sassy go kill? Hey, they go kill us, fire. Hey, they go kill us, fire. Hey, they go kill us, fire. How many people Sassy go kill? Nobody must go. Let's go. And we're just looking at them from where we were, but yeah, all in all, it was a successful protest. But then again, we were about ending. The protest was about ending by the time this merging was about to take place. So it wasn't as if we missed anything or the merging was necessary, to be honest, because by the time they merged, the speaker was loud enough. Thank you very much. As you go to your homes, you know, that was what the speaker was saying. He prayed and he dismissed every one of them. So that didn't take about 5 minutes after we merged. So there was no point even. And I think that there was no point in the police separating us, but that was what actually happened. Okay, guys, another thing I didn't really like was timekeeping. The protest was supposed to start at 2 p.m, but it didn't start until like 2 hours later. That was like about 4 p.m, 4 something. And I think that's really bad, because usually I'm guilty of not keeping to time, to be honest, but I just felt this is a protest. People might turn up at that time, so the organizer needs to be there. People need to be there in case they march away from that venue, because that is what usually happens during protests. But it didn't start until like 4 something. We had to go and sit somewhere. I wasn't even sure. There was a time I wanted to go back home. I really wanted to go back home, but I just used that advantage to walk around. I went into a bookshop. There was a Waterstone bookshop in the area. I love Waterstone bookshop. I go there quite frequently to see what is out, what's book, what next. I bought a few books that especially one particular one that I have been looking to buy, and that was my way of whiling away time before the protest actually started. So I think we Nigerians need to keep to time. You know, that's our African time thing. I'm guilty of it too. We need to keep to it. But every time I make an effort to actually keep to time, they will disappoint. Either the organizer is not there, even if it's party, whatever it is. Anytime I make that effort, because I'm working on timekeeping myself. Anytime that's okay, I'm gonna be there. I got there about 1:50, and it was supposed to start at 2. It didn't start until like 4 past 4. So that's something that, yeah, I wasn't too happy with, but we move. Okay, another thing I want to talk about, I think this is one of the bad, okay, and it will be my last point basically, is that like I said earlier, I love the way everything went. I love the energy, everything. I like it. One thing I did not like, that I feel one of the speakers shouldn't have done, is at this point in time talking about race. In quotes, she said, over here right now, we're suffering from racial discrimination. In Nigeria, We're suffering. So where should we go? They don't want us here. They don't want us in Nigeria. They're killing us in Nigeria. And when she said that, I felt, because at that point, in the group I was, it was quite diverse. I could see a lot of foreign people. You understand? You could see other race. They carried the placard. EndSARS. They were shouting and singing with us. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people are foreigners, and I like that. Some people will not like the way but this is me telling it just the way it is. Let me remind you, if you're watching, how many Nigerians will go out of their way and protest for Bosnia? When I got to Trafalgar Square, I saw like a little group protesting against some things happening in Bosnia. You understand what I mean? There's no one single African among them. So we have this EndSARS, and we have a lot of foreigners among us. I think we should appreciate them, embrace them. There was no reason why they should come and stand in the cold. It was cold, and at one point it was drizzling. I'm not saying there's no racial discrimination. There is racial discrimination. But I feel there's time and place to bring up that subject. I think it was insensitive of that speaker to say that, because you're saying they don't want us here. So where should we go? They don't want, they're killing us in Nigeria. The fact of the matter is, and this is a bitter truth, irregardless of any racial discrimination some of us might have encountered, including myself, 70% of what the British government gave us in their country, our Nigerian government cannot give us 10% of it. 10% of what the British government gave us for free, the opportunities, NHS, all these things might not be perfect. Free education, most of the things we enjoy in the UK is what we're fighting for in Nigeria. These are things our government could not provide. Not even 10%, not even stable electricity. In the UK, you have your electricity 24/7. You pay your bill. In Nigeria, NEPA takes the light. Your electricity goes off and you still pay your bill. We have good health system here. NHS might not be perfect, but it is good enough. Good. Fabulous. We do not have that in Nigeria. So for you now to stand before these people, before the Metropolitan Police, and before the other foreigners that came to support us, they were white, they were English people among us, there were Eastern Europeans among us, there were Italian, Spanish among us. They're not as much as Nigerians, but I saw them carrying the placard. I think it's insensitive and it wasn't called for. There's a time for a particular subject. There's a time to voice out some things. There's a time when there's some things you don't say. This particular protest that was carried out today, or this particular demonstration, was about Nigerian government. Why would you bring racial discrimination into it? Why would you try and downplay what the British government has done for you? I hope in future she will not look at any video, because I choose to not record that part because I feel it goes against us as Black people. I think it goes against us as Nigerians. I think right now we should just pedal softly on the racial discrimination thing, because the opportunities we have over here is not 100%, but we do not have 10% in our country. And our government will not even give us 5%. And that is why we are protesting. We protested today confidently, positively, full of energy. without being scared. That one military man will come and spray us bullets. And this speaker had this opportunity as well. So sometimes I think we need to show some form of gratitude, because if I was to speak at that protest today, I will recognize that. It's very, very important. I think sometimes, yes, the negative thing we experience over here, maybe racial discrimination, I'm not denying the fact that it happens. Yes, it happens. I have also been a victim. But I don't think that should blur our vision. That should blur the fact that sometimes we have to show gratitude to them because they allow us. They could say no. Not everybody that was there today were born in UK. Most of them have to apply for some form of residency, and they were given. Knowing fully well that they're giving you the opportunity to enjoy their free education. Not only free education, job opportunities, free medicals. So I think sometimes some things we say are not necessary. I wasn't happy with that bit. And I was kind of, if I had the opportunity, I would have mentioned that. If I had the opportunity to speak at that protest, I would have corrected her. This is not the time to begin to make them feel like they're not relevant, they're treating you someone. So what are you still doing here? This is why sometimes some of them ask you to go back to your country when you want to begin to complain unnecessarily. There was no need to complain about UK today in that protest. Most people just look away, but that just stayed with me, and I didn't like it. And that was one bad part of it, to be honest. That was one bad of it. But anything aside that, it was fabulous. Fabulous. One love, Nigerians. Let's keep supporting one another. Let's keep supporting one another. We should stop the hate. Today, I saw a lot of Igbos. And Yoruba. Yoruba came out in their numbers, just them. And I like that. And different ages. Like you see the mama, the grandpapa, everybody was there. And the youth, they encouraged the youth. I love that. So, my lovelies. So, my sweeties. It's been nice chatting with you guys. If you're watching me and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. Click on that red button down there. And please click on that bell sign there next to it. Click on it. That will notify you when I upload a video. So guys, have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. God bless you. Ta-ta. Thank you very much.